So this is what I was left with. No bread, but a jar. And I recently just bought this, and he left me with this because I still had a handful. I have tiny hands, but of shrimp ramen. And these are some snacks for Annie. That is not that tiny. She almost bulldog terrier mix. Almost. And here's this from his ears. Or months with his roommate. And this. So there. Looks like a normal fridge now that I've added that. And he added that. And now that it's getting to the months of below freezing, he needed someone around to leave that so that the pipes don't freeze, because he recently had another hiccup and the breaker connection to his garage shut off, and he doesn't have power out there in the garage, as far as he told me. And he had to change this into a connection for his portable electric charger out that window so he could charge his truck. And yeah, so he's trying to figure out all this stuff. And yeah, during his time that he bought a stove, because he wanted to not use that one for Big Turkey Thanksgiving, and that charge needed a better installment connection, and that connection he had to use for his truck charger. So at least he could feel he had good luck on his side, because he didn't connect it to this yet, or was unable to, and he could connect his truck. And after 3 weeks, he bought me a small pizza, or I guess it's a medium pizza, and he got himself the large. And yeah, that's how it's been. Because here, there used to be a mattress that he brought in so I could sleep on, and that was within the first week. And yeah, first week, first 2 weeks, and then we had our one-on-one deep conversation, him telling me about male times and wanting to save future sperm, and that's what he decided on spending money on when he was younger, after accidentally or not accidentally, whatever drug-induced thing makes two people think they're in love, and accidentally got a girl pregnant, and his freak out young time, and him being like, that can't happen again. So him doing that thing where his thing can't give sperm. And so apparently that was super intimate information, and he felt that I was very responsive, as a emotional, empathetic person, and obviously seeing me through eyes of being a female, and we're both lying down on the mattress, and I'm there explaining perspectives, and then him rolling on me, and then me being scared as shit. And then because I'm like, no. And then he's like, and then he's like, yeah. And then me having to be like, yeah, this is more like it should be, I prefer it to feel like a friend-brother thing, not, this thing where you're rolling on top of me, and I feel scared because you're putting all your strength onto me to keep me there. And, me being like, please don't, and then you ignoring me, being like, nah, you can take it. And, so there's that. And, so good thing, eventually he just decided to get off me. And so, he sort of kind of got upset that I said friend, brother, because apparently he's a punk to his sister, and that's why, he's like, okay, well, I can be a mean older brother, and, that's why I've been a little upset at the level of stuff, keeping the place clean, and, being a good person to him, and then later on him being like, yeah, well, it's not enough. And then him being like, you're the one who put me in a box. And then using his autism and his ADHD, and then being like, hey, I'm only trying to protect you because, you know, there's stuff like this, you know, that you shouldn't even be eating during your period. And he's like, that's why there's medication and some like NMS chemical component that he's been buying for health advancements and stuff. And he's like, that's all you need. You need, you know, ibuprofen stuff and, you know, that powder stuff to go into the water, and just drink that and eat some rice that I left you, and eat some eggs. There. That should be enough to keep your body healthy. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm losing weight, and he bought this whole big thing of butter, and I'm like, well, normally I don't eat butter, but honestly, like, it's been about 3 months of only eating around like a child-sized plate a day. So yeah, I'm eating that big thing of butter, and so maybe he got mad because I had to use pieces of bread or pieces of the tortillas to put like big chunks of butter so that I could eat and hold on, keep weight on. And then him being like, no, keep fasting. It'll help you because fasting is always a good thing. So, yeah. And then, you know, time after time, you know, him blasting punk, metal music. And, well, Annie has his bones. Look, I didn't even set any of this up. He set all this up before he left to Jackson. So, I only added the vacuum. This was over there, so he wanted it here. And, you know, the video game time that he's upset about, that he didn't have that extra vacation chunk time because of the camper thing and him having to rearrange things and having to have extra light on, electricity on, because Annie stays here sometimes, and yeah, Annie is not allowed over there, and that's why he wanted me over there, so that way he didn't have to pay extra money for keeping up this place, this place up and running. And yeah, so I've tried, to make sure that the lights aren't on and that I don't use much of the heater on, and I don't use this fireplace on very much, only when the pets are here, so that the pets stay warm and have something to look at. And I'll keep the room light off, and then sometimes I'll keep it on, so that way, it's like I am living here, existing here. And yeah, so that's what's been happening. And yeah, so that's what happens. I mean, laundry, I feel bad because, with the hair from the pets and everything, I do laundry about once a week, or once every other week, so every 2 weeks. And then Jarret usually waits until he fills his big white bag. So, he has like 2 big bags of clothes that he waits to wash after like a month. Which, at first I'm like, yeah, well, it does take like $12 to wash it all. In Jackson, it's pretty expensive, but then I'm like, sometimes the extent to that statement is too much. And then, well, while I was with him over there in Jackson, the camper that he has,